Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Manny here once again. Welcome back to DFS Zone, your source for daily fantasy sport lineup advice for the NFL, NBA, WNBA, and MLB. And before I continue on with the video, like always, guys, I appreciate you guys drop a like on the video. And if you have not subscribed yet to the channel, please do so down below. And do not forget to turn on those notifications. This way, you don't miss any of my new daily uploads. With that being said, today is Tuesday, May 29th, 2018. We have a 3-game slate on the WNBA. And some good matchups. We got Minnesota at Atlanta, Dallas at New York, Washington is visiting Seattle. That's pretty much the game of the night. Those are two pretty good teams. One is 3-1. Washington is 4-0 at the moment. So I'm going to go right away to the slate. We got the guards here. We got Skylar Diggins-Smith. Obviously, you're looking at the top two dogs here. They're actually the top two best guards in this league, Diggins-Smith and Lloyd. Diggins-Smith is going out to visit New York. She's definitely in a good matchup. 7,900 for her. You definitely need her to get about close to 40. You know, with that, you need 39 pretty much from her. She is a top scorer in the league, and she's also a pretty good assist. She's usually in the assist category as well. Definitely someone that you should consider. At 39, she's averaging 35. Yeah, she's averaging 35 at the moment. I mean, look at the last game, 36 minutes, man. I mean, the minutes have been fantastic. 32 and 36 the last two games. 24, 5, 4, and 3. She had 3 blocks. She put up 42 fantasy points in the last game. I mean, Diggins-Smith, as you can see, she has 3 thumbs up for me. She is one of the top dogs today, even though she's facing New York, that is right now, as of this moment, the 3rd best defensive team against guards this year. They're going to have a tough go. I mean, I love the guard that she's going to face today in Kia Nurse. She's definitely, you know, a very, very young, good rookie player, 10th overall pick. So definitely is going to be a nice little matchup there. But Diggins-Smith should have the upper hand here. But again, you want to save some money. There is value. There's no doubt. Before I even continue, that beyond Smith and Lloyd, there is plenty of value here in the 5K, 4.5K to about 5.8K with Nurse, Tiffany Haynes, okay, Sue Bird. These girls are all in a good position today. All right. Next, we have Jewel Lloyd. She is definitely my favorite guard today. She's in a matchup, you know, pretty much a team that's in, you know, is in the top of the division right now. They're 4-0 in the Washington Mystics. She has nobody that can really gonna defend her today. There's just nobody. I mean, so she should definitely have an awesome game. If you want to pay 7,900 for her, you need about 39.40 from her. I would say you lock her in, because she will be in most of my lineups as one of my guards. After that, I'm definitely looking for value down below. So there is, like I said before, there is value here. But Jewel Lloyd is definitely in play today as one of the top dogs. She's a 45+ potential player, and she's also a top scorer in this league. There's no doubt about it, you know. So again, you need 39 from her. Let's take a look at her a little bit more on the cruncher. She's facing the 8th ranked defense, and look at these numbers. Green, green, green in the last 3 games. 40, 51, 42 fantasy points. Look at the minutes, 31, 37, 31. Usage rate, 29% here, 34% and 38%. Look at the shots. She is a very, very important part of this offense. She gets things going, and she does a little bit of everything. Look at these numbers. 9 assists, 4 rebounds. All right, 2 steals, 3 steals in this game. 3 assists, 8 rebounds. I mean, it goes on and on. You know, look at the free throw shooting. She hasn't missed a free throw yet in 3 games. 19, 20, 23 shots. All 23 have been in. A little bit better maybe in her shots as far as percentage rate. She's hitting the threes, you know, at a decent rate as well. I mean, man, she's a stud, man. She's a stud. Jewel Lloyd, definitely in play, top choice today, man, no doubt about it. After that, when you look at the list here, as far as guards, as you can see, like I've done as of late, I'm just putting thumbs up and letting you know what I like. These are the girls that are in play. Lloyd, Smith, Nurse, Hayes, Sykes, Bird, Christmas Kelly, Tolliver, Augustus, Hartley, Gray, Cloud, Atkins, Canada, and Zealous. Those are the only the girls that I'm looking at in this slate. All right, we already discussed Smith and Lloyd. Next girl in mind here, Kia Nurse. Fantastic #1 draft pick for the New York Liberty, 10th overall selection, 5,800. Her numbers, her price is starting to slowly creep up from 3,700 to 5,200 to now her 3rd game, 5,800. You're going to need about 28 from her. She's averaging pretty much 23, 24. Is she? She's averaging 27. All right, so she is there, pretty much close, and we already know now that she, hands down, is one of the top girls on this team. You know, as far as playing guard, she's gonna play. You know, she wasn't selected number one and not do this well this fast for her not to be a regular starter or at least getting more than enough minutes. And you can see here, 28 and 34, automatically, she is definitely one of their top guards. All right, so she's in play today. She's playing against Dallas. She definitely has a good matchup. She's only going to have to go up against Christmas Kelly. All right, I like that matchup. I'm taking a rookie. All right, so Kia Nurse, as you can see, 3 stars. My favorite plays are Lloyd and Nurse, hands down, the best choices today on this slate. After that, Tiffany Hayes is in play. Tiffany Hayes, 27 and 27 in her last 2 games, 32 and 24 minutes respectively. The usage rate is fantastic, 30 and 36, almost 37% here. Look at the shots, 17 and 15 in the last 2 games. She's taken up 32 shots. Now her percentage of shots made are a little low, needs to be a little bit better. She's getting her threes. She took 12 threes, hit 5, so she's hitting about maybe 35-40%, and she's done okay from the free throw line. All right, she's had 3 rebounds, 4 assists in the last game, 1 steal, 1 block. Got to be careful with those fouls, but she's okay. She's in a good spot. This is going to be an interesting game because I really like the Atlanta guards over the Minnesota guards. What I like from Minnesota is I like their big men, you know. So we'll see how that pans out. But Tiffany Hayes and Brittany Sykes are in play. I just love. And between these two in that particular team, I'd rather have Hayes. She's a little bit more expensive by $400, but she's definitely a better play. Sue Bird, next in line here. I give her a thumbs up. She's in a good matchup, 8th seed against the 8th defense of the Washington Mystics. She is 5,000. You need 25 from her. She's not quite hit 25 as of yet this season. Is she capable of doing that? Yes. She has 30+ upside. Okay, she definitely does. All right. We're talking about Sue Bird is also a great passer, and she's also a very good 3-point shooter, always in the top of the charts there. So definitely she is in play. At 5,000, I'd rather pay 700 more and take Hayes. I think she's going to do a little bit better. And then, of course, I'd rather have Kia Nurse. All right. We move down the list. Christmas Kelly, 1 thumbs up. She's facing a very tough defensive team, at least as of right now. 3rd-ranked New York. She's going to have to deal with Kia Nurse, and that's probably one of the reasons why. Because Nurse is a young rookie with a lot of passion, a lot of desire, and a lot of energy. She brings that to the table, and it makes it probably a little tough. Christmas Kelly is not a bad ball player, but she may be running into a girl that is going to be the future of this league as far as one of the top guards, and Miss Nurse. So I like Nurse more for the almost $1,100 more. But she's not a bad play. She's projected to give you 18. Her price is 49. You need 19. You don't need 9. You need about 20. Yeah, you need about 24. Sorry, about 23, 24 from Miss Kelly. So she might be a little too high. Christy Tolliver in play. I picked her in the last time out, and she did a great game, 29. I expected her to be a little too low. She's still at the same price even after that game. So I think she's still fairly low in price. I think she could be a nice play today. The only problem is she is with a tough matchup. That's the only drawback. So I'm not actually considering her as one of my top choices today at guard. But she's in play. If she gets up for the competition, up for this game, she may be able to put 20 plus for you. I don't know if she's going to get 29 again. Because this is a tough matchup for her. It is. She has to deal with Jewel Lloyd, and Jewel Lloyd is like all over the place. If you don't watch enough WNBA, trust me, start watching these girls. These girls play hard practically the whole entire game. I mean, sometimes you'd be surprised how hard they play and how much the referees allow them to play. Rough, too. More than the gentlemen. More than the men in the NBA. So definitely in play. Next, Miss Augustus. She's facing a decent team, a team that she could probably do something. You know, she's 4,100. You need about 20. Pretty much 20, 21 from her. She averaged 14 in the last game, 27 minutes, 21% usage rate, 3 of 7, 1 of 2, 4 assists. You know, she doesn't foul much, so this is good. She's not a fouler. All right. At 41, it's not a bad price for her. I just need to see a little bit more from her. So I mean, I would rather pay 41 or even $300 more and take Tolliver, even though she has a tougher matchup. Another nice play is Bria Hartley. With her and Miss Nurse, you know, the Liberty will be in good shape. 22. She put up 14 spot in 22 minutes. Look at the usage rate in that 22 minutes, 24%. She has to shoot a little better. 2 of 10, 0 and 2. But then she got the 3 assists, the 2 rebounds, 1 of course offensive. All right, and she had 1 steal. She definitely has to produce a little bit more. In play for me, she's in a good matchup today, better than the last game. So I expect her to do better today. Will she do more or do better than Kia Nurse? I don't think so. I definitely like Kia Nurse here, but Bria is in a good spot as well. You know, this is definitely a good matchup for those 2 guards. So they may be, you know, a good tandem today if you wanted to save some money. All right, Alicia Gray, not so much on my radar. I have her here because she is a decent ball player. But a 15, 8 and 16, 23 minutes and 20, 2 of 5, 2 of 9. I mean, I just need to see a little bit more from her, and obviously some more minutes on the floor. So she's not, you know, one of the top plays today, but she's here because at 3,900, I think she's capable of giving you a good game today against a team like New York. But then again, you know, if Kia Nurse is right on and she's defending well, it's going to be very tough for Alicia Gray. That's why I don't have a thumbs up on her. I think if you want to save some money, she's not a bad play. But there are some girls here, as you can see, in this bottom tier that I like a lot better than her. So that's why you can just not concern yourself with Gray. Think about these 4 young ladies down here in Cloud, Atkins, Canada, and Zealous. Zealous and Canada are in good matchups. All right, I expect those girls to play better and because of the matchup. Natasha Cloud had a very good game the last time out. I have her here simply because maybe she is now developing to the point where all this momentum is going her way, and possibly she may have a great game. Here especially because this is such a big game already early on in the year. You're facing a very good team in Seattle, and you're facing some girls like Lloyd, you know, like Sue Bird. So I mean, sometimes these girls they get up for these games. This is like a big game for her. So Natasha Cloud is on this list of mine as like a sleeper at 3,900. All right, Ariel Atkins is another young girl. She's another rookie. She's here. Let's see what she did the last time. She put up a 28 the last time. That's not bad, you know. She's 3,800, so you need about 18, and she's averaging 16, 17. Where is she, Ariel? Yep. She's averaging 16.8 in 4 games. All right. So Ms. Atkins, 28 and a 24 in between, sandwiched within this dud that she had here, 16 minutes. But when she had played 21 up to as much as 27 minutes, her usage rate 30 and 26%. And look at the shots, 10 and 13. So at 3,800, she is an excellent play as a rookie. Okay, to get some action tonight against that Seattle Seattle backcourt of Lloyd and Sue Bird. Going to be very interesting. Okay, and of course you got to deal with the other rookies. She's going to have to deal with Canada too. All right, next after that, Jordan Canada is definitely in play for me too. For that price, 3,600, you need about 16 and 12, 17. She's pretty much in that range. I need to see her. I like to see her take more shots, to be a little bit more offensive aggression. You know, be a little more aggressive attacking the boards because she is very quick. You know, she's very fast. She shot 9 shots in the game previous to that, and she put up almost an 18 spot, got 10 points. But in the last game, I did have her in some of my lineups, and it's just not enough. But she got some time on the court, 18 minutes. Out of these two, obviously, Ariel Atkins is definitely a better play. Shavante, 16 in the last game, 30, almost 31% usage rate in 20 minutes. That's the reason why I put her on here. 3,500. You only need 15 from her. She needs to take more shots. If she can get 22 to 25 minutes, she'll make value easily. She'll make value easily. So, I mean, I still like Atkins here. And I definitely love Bria here, Hartley. And then we go a little bit further up. I love Tiffany Hayes. I love Kia Nurse. And then out of the two dogs here, both of them are in play, guys. It's whatever one you want to choose. I think the better matchup is for Jewel Lloyd. So I'm with Jewel Lloyd. So that's pretty much it for the guards. I love Lloyd. Okay, if you want to pay down and be a little cheaper and not go with Lloyd, you can do that. Save $2,100. You can get Kia Nurse, and then you can pair her up with Tiffany Hayes if you want to at $5,700, or Brittany Sykes, or just go with Miss Nurse and then take Miss Bird in that same Washington Seattle game, which she's going to have to definitely perform. She's at $5,000. Okay, or come all the way down and give it a shot with Bria Hartley at $4,100. And if you want to save even more, you want a nice value play, Ariel Atkins is in a good spot, even though she's facing a second-ranked defense. Or you can go with Canada or Zealous down here. Go to the forwards. These are the guys. These are the girls that I have in play. I have Breanna Stewart, Foles. Obviously, you see the medical thing here. She's a game-time decision. I'm not too much on Foles or Dele Don today, simply because they both not probably going to be 100%. Eleanor is facing a top Seattle team. I mean, Breanna is just a beast. It's going to be a tough matchup for her. So I'm not on her, even if she plays. I think that with her being a little sick, I don't know how well she's going to play today. Even if she's only 75-80%, I still like Stewart, and that's just going to be an advantage. So Stewart is going to come out and play today. This is going to be definitely a nice game here, and especially if Eleanor gets to play. All right, she's a fine ball player, but Breanna is just you know, it's just another level. You know, that's just what it comes down to. Breanna Stewart is a top scorer. She's a top rebounder. She can shoot the three. She blocks shots, and she can score. She can score 45, 50 plus. She has 50 plus upside. So Breanna Stewart is definitely in play. 42, 46, 28, 54 in her first 4 games this season. Look at the minutes: 33, 41, 34, 35. Usage rate: 36%, 33, 30, 33. Look at the shots. She's going to take anywhere between 12 to as much as 20 shots on average per game. And then she gets to the foul line, and she's capable of hitting some threes. Not as her percentage rate is not that good shooting from threes, but she's capable of it. She's capable of hitting 1 or 2 threes a game. And then, of course, she does all the other things: rebounds, assists. She blocks shots, as you can see, and she defends and steals. Sometimes she gets a little bit of foul trouble, but she doesn't foul out that often. So Breanna Stewart is in play, top dog today. I definitely like her hands down. All right, her and Jewel Lloyd are going to dominate tonight. Then you got Foles, who's also injured. I think she has a tweaked ankle or something like that. Doesn't say here, but let's take a quick look over here. Forwards. Yeah, she has an ankle. Yeah, she has an ankle. Let's see what it says here. Foles is dealing with an ankle injury that is considered questionable for Tuesday's game. So she's questionable. I mean, she's a workhorse. If she's able to go, a tweaked ankle, I mean, I'm not going to go in and pay $8,500 for someone who might not be 100%, even if she's able to go. I mean, even if she's able to go, she's probably going to put up 20, 25. I don't know if she'll get 35, 40 today with a tweaked ankle, All right, so I'm definitely fading Foles and Dele Don. I'm going to concentrate on Stewart with that money, $8,600, and get some value at guard. All right, that's what I would recommend my viewers to do as well. We go over here. Liz Cambridge is in play. I have her with 1 thumbs up. She's not one of my favorite plays because she's going to have to deal with Tina Charles. 38, 42, 46. The numbers look beautiful after 4 games. At 8,100, you need 40, pretty much 40 from her to hit value. And they're projecting her to only put up 24 in this matchup. And it's just simply because of the matchup. Tina Charles, defends. She blocks. She gets steals. So, I mean, it's a tough spot. Tina Charles in play. Not my favorite play. I have her with 2 thumbs up. 34 spot in her last game. 30 minutes, 34% interest rate. That's really hilarious. 34% usage rate for Mr. Tina Charles in the last game. And look at the shots. I love this. When you're that aggressive and take that many shots, you know that she is a very big part of the offense. So they'll go as far as how well Tina shoots. 8 of 16. Definitely has to get better at her 3-point shooting. Is a little off to start the year. But she does, she rebounds. She definitely does pass the ball a little bit. And, of course, at times, not in the last game, she gets a couple of steals. My favorite still play here is Breanna Stewart. I'm definitely looking down low. I really love Maya Moore here today. She's definitely in a great spot here. She's facing a team, even though they're 5th overall, who have good big men. But if Foles is not in the freaking game today, I mean, you got to expect Maya Moore is going to get even more minutes. She put 35, 31, and 32 in the last previous 3 games, 34 in the opening game. The usage rate is outstanding. We know she's going to be on the floor. She's one of the key girls on this team. And then look at the shots. 14 to as much as 17, 18 to start the season. All right? And pretty much hitting 7 or 8, anywhere between 4 to 7 of those shots per game. The threes are going down at about 40, sometimes 50%. And then you got here the assists, the steals. I mean, she's all around. Maya Moore. I mean, you just got to love her. I mean, she's a fantastic, fantastic ball player. Definitely love her today, especially if Foles is out. I mean, because she's going to have to do a lot of dirty work today. There's no doubt about it. I mean, she's a top scorer, top assist person. She can hit some threes, as you can see, and then she's also defends fairly well. She gets steals. She's in those categories all the time. Angel McCoughtry is definitely in play as well. I love that matchup for her with Maya and Foles because she's going to have to take a brunt of all the rebounding and all the dirty work there. 33, she's going to need to rebound. She's going to need to, clean up. She has to clean up the turnovers. She has to, last game, those shots were not that good. 7 of 20. I mean, that's a bad shooting night. But look at the usage rate. We know that she is a top dog here. They are giving her the ball. She's getting 10 to as many as 20 shots in a game. I mean, it's crazy. She is doing fantastic. Doing fantastic. So, I definitely like her there. Definitely like her as well. I love Maya Moore a little bit better. She is $500 cheaper, guys, and she's projected to put up 28. All right, she's projected to put up 28. Jessica Breland also in play, and again, look at these Atlanta girls. You got McCoughtry, Breland, and Elizabeth Williams. All of them at 6K plus, but they're all fantastic. You can definitely go with 2 of these girls here if you wanted to pay down and not go with Stewart. This would be a nice matchup for them against Minnesota. I think they have the advantage here, especially if Foles is not playing and it's not 100%, because then Maya Moore is going to have to work her tail off. And thinking about it now, it may even be a better play to utilize 1 or 2 of these girls here and even take Maya Moore, if you can, and then just pay down. Get some value in the guards, which they are quite a bit. There's definitely some fine play here at 6K. Okay, with Angel, Jessica, and Elizabeth. So Jessica Breland, like I said, 6,200. You need about 31, and she's averaging about that right now. 31 here in the last game, 35 and 27. Usage rate could be a lot better, but see, she didn't shoot well, but she does the other things. She defends. She gets, she's got here 5 offensive rebounds and 5 defensive rebounds for 10 total, and then she goes and she defends, steals, blocks. Man, she's just crazy. That's the kind of ball play you're looking for. That's what we want to see. Those are the kind of fantasy points we want to get, guys, all the time. Elizabeth Williams also in play, 6,100. You need 30, 31, 37, and 30 in the last 2 games, respectively. 27, 23 minutes. Look at that, 26% usage rate on the floor, 6 of 13. She got 8 total rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds. That is wonderful. 6 more opportunities for the offense to score, and maybe she was one of the ones that got a couple of those touches and got those putbacks. 3 steals, 2 blocks. Got a little bit of foul trouble in the first 3 games, pretty much 5 fouls throughout. But I still love her here. 6,100, she's in a good matchup today. They say Minnesota's a 4th-ranked defense against power, but they're going to have to deal with McCoughtry, Breland, and Williams. One of these 3 girls is going to go off today. I kind of like Williams and Breland here, even though Angel is definitely a fine play, but I like these 2 girls more. And they are just slightly a little cheaper. Natasha Howard, definitely a fine play today. 3 thumbs up for Natasha. All right. She's facing Washington. She's been at 32, 49, 29. 3 out of the first 4 games of the season. She's been in the green. 21 minutes in the last game. Almost 32% usage rate. 8 of 9 from the floor. 1 of 1 from 3. 4 of 4 from the foul line. She only missed 1 shot. And then she had 5 total rebounds, 2 of them offensive, and then she had 2 blocks with the foul out, with 6 freaking fouls. But she did a heck of a job. 32, she could have easily had 40, and we could see that she has 40 plus upside. Natasha Howard at 5,800 is a fine play today against Washington in this matchup, where Seattle's front court, in my opinion, is a lot stronger. Okay, so I think Natasha Howard and Breanna Stewart are going to have a heck of a game here in the front court. All right. Rebecca Brunson, I'm not much on Rebecca, but she's in play. She's 5,400. Kayla Thornton, definitely a nice play. She's facing a tough opponent, but she's been in the green. This is the reason why I have her here. 27, 36, and 20 in the first 3 games. 34 and 35 minutes respectively in the last 2 games. And then she's getting 10 to 11 shots a game and anywhere between 5 and 6 3-pointers. That right there, I like that offense right there. And then on top of that, look at the touch. She at least does 4 rebounds in this game, 9 in the last game. And then she has 4 assists, 1 assist. But, of course, there comes the blocks and steals. 2 blocks, 1 steal in the last game. Previous game, 2 steals, 1 block. So, I mean, that's what you want. That's what you're looking for. So, Kayla Thornton is in play. At that price, I mean, you know, you can't go wrong. She does a little bit of everything. You need about 26, and she's averaging 21. And what we have for her, they say they're projecting her to put 20. I think she's going to crush that. I think she's going to get busy today against New York. So Kayla Thornton is definitely in my radar as one of the mid-tier plays at 5,300. There are some better plays, but I think she is definitely in play. A lot of girls here to choose from. This is why I'd rather give you guys a list of what I'm thinking and then share with you what my insight and my thought is in the process of why I have them on my list. Alicia Clark, facing 8th ranked team, 4,200 for her. You need 20, 21 pretty much from her. She had a 16, almost a 17 spot in the last game against Vegas. A little disappointing. She played 28 minutes. Definitely this was a matchup that she could have probably put close to a point a minute, and she just did not do that. She didn't take a lot of shots. She didn't do a lot of other things other than steals. She didn't put up more of those fantasy points that I like to see from her. So, I mean, you know, definitely a disappointment there. But she's facing an 8th ranked team defensively, so she has a decent matchup there. Obviously, she is one of the, you know, girls coming off the bench. When you think of Seattle, you got to think right away of, you know, of Breanna and Natasha Howard. So that's what makes it a little difficult. She gets a little bit of time on the floor, but not going to get a whole lot. 4,200 is not bad for her. There are definitely some better plays like Marissa Coleman here, 3,600 facing the 11th rank, almost near dead last Dallas defense against forward centers. All right, if she can get at least 20 to 25 minutes, and he goes 25, and she can nail down some of her shots, she'll be all right. She only got a 10 spot in the last game. She didn't do a whole lot of anything. All right, she didn't hit no threes. If she hits a few threes, she takes about 2 to 4 a game, and as you can see, 8 to 9 shots off the floor. If she can at least stay in that 45 to 50%, she'll be okay. She should be able to definitely crush 15. You need 15, 16 from her to meet Valley here at 3,600. And she's in a matchup today where she can get that, especially if New York happens to pull away from Dallas. I doubt it, but if she does, then she'll probably get a little even more time. Haynes Allen had an awesome game in the last game out. I actually was watching that game. I don't know if she's going to be able to repeat that today. I mean, she's facing Seattle. She may need to help Washington as much as she can today. 35, almost a 35 spot in that game in 24 minutes. I mean, 7 of 8 from the floor. That is fantastic. 13 rebounds. She dominated there, especially with the offensive rebounds. She gave the Mystics 7 more offensive opportunities. That is incredible. That is a lot of hard work. She really bust her tail in that game, and that's the reason why they pulled that out against Minnesota. But Seattle is a little bit better, you know, especially in the front court. You know, so she's going to have to deal with Stewart, and she's going to have to deal with Natasha Howard, who's very physical. And I don't know. You know, that's why I don't have a thumbs up on her. I put her there because she had that fine game in the last game, and I leave that to you guys. Maybe you might want to ride that that one game, you know, performance and say, hey, maybe she's just going to go out and I'll get busy the rest of the way. But sometimes matchups are not going to be there for certain players, and I think this is a matchup where it's going to be very difficult for her to repeat what she just did in the previous game. Kia Vaughn, definitely in play. 11th ranked defense, one of the worst. She definitely is a fine little ball player. She didn't get, you know, not too many shots in the last game. I don't know why she wasn't getting more touches. As you can see, the first 2 games, 5 of 6 and 4 of 8. It's just not enough. You know, maybe she'll get more involved in this game. Maybe they'll give her a few more minutes. At 3,300, she's definitely a decent play for the matchup. She's projected to put up 10. You need 13, and she's averaging, what is she averaging? Kia, where are you? How come I don't see her? Kia Vaughn. Yeah, she's averaging 14. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens there. But anyway, bottom line, guys, these are all the girls that are in play. My favorite plays at guard, definitely Lloyd, hands down, is definitely one of the best plays of the day. Diggins Smith is definitely still a good play, even though she's facing a third-ranked New York Liberty defense against guards, and that's more so because of this young lady here, Kia Nurse, who has been fantastic to start the year as a rookie. 10th overall pick is really showing that she probably should have deserved to be in the top 3 or 4. But Miss Nurse, and then here, top play for me, I love Kia Nurse. As you can see, 3 stars. I'm favoring Lloyd and Nurse for sure, and then getting some value somewhere down here. There, value plays on the bottom half here. I love Ariel Atkins. I think she's a definitely good play at 3,800. And Bria Hartley also in the same game against Dallas with Miss Nurse. She may be able to pull in a nice game. Christy Tolliver, don't sleep on her, even though she's facing a second. I mean, she may get up for this game. She definitely bounced back in the last game, which I had projected that she would. Not too sure about this game. This is definitely a tough game, but you never know. This is the type of ball player that can definitely step it up at any time as far as getting motivated. So if she stays motivated enough, she may be a nice play here. Forwards, Breanna Stewart, hands down, the best play of the day. Definitely Foles is in play if she's back. I'm not on her simply because she's coming from an ankle injury. So even though it's just a tweak, I can't see her being 100%, and then especially matching up against that front court of Atlanta. So it's going to be tough because you got to deal with Angel, Jessica, and Elizabeth, and I kind of like that trio better, over Minnesota. So I mean, I definitely like the Seattle big men, and I definitely like the Atlanta big men. Let's put it that way. So any one of these girls, I think 1 or 2 of them are going to have a great game. I wouldn't be surprised if all 3 do. And then over here, Breanna Stewart is definitely hands down with Maya Moore. As far as the lone Minnesota, especially if Foles is not playing, Maya's going to have a lot on her shoulders. So we'll see how that works out. Tina Charles is still in a fine play here. She's definitely in play here as well with Dallas. So you got her there. She's at 7,700. If you want to save some money, come down to the bottom. Love Natasha Howard in this matchup against Washington. She's a very physical girl. So I see her, producing well here. I wouldn't be surprised she gets 30 or more here. Then Kayla Thornton is definitely another one that I like in play here. And other than that, that's pretty much it. Marissa Coleman, possibly, if she gets enough minutes. I don't know. I don't see a really low value player like any of these 30 under 4K. I really think the lowest you can go is with Alicia Clark, but Kayla Thornton is definitely the better bet at 5,300. So I think the value here, stay with 5,300 and up in the forwards, and in the guards, pretty much your value play as far as getting as low as you can would be Ariel Atkins, and that'll be pretty much it. Or even Jordan Canada. Those are the lower plays there, but that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, good luck tonight putting your lineups together. I'm going to work on mine right now. Definitely a nice night. Definitely that one game, Seattle, Washington. I'm really looking forward to seeing that one. And that's pretty much it, man. Make those lineups. Make this money. Your boy Manny is out.